now that time for you to hear what flows through my mind, guided from above with messages of love. Ready to go? Welcome to Ruby's Mindful Tarot. Hello everybody. Before we begin, I would like to start off with 2 affirmations. So, taking a gentle inhale and exhaling. One more time, just to relax a little bit. Okay, so first affirmation is, I choose to let go of what is not for me with confidence. So we'll say that about 2 more times. I choose to let go of what is not for me with confidence. One more time. I choose to let go of what is not for me with confidence. The next affirmation is, I choose to speak with clarity and truth. I choose to speak with clarity and with truth. One more time. I choose to speak with clarity and with truth. Lovely. So we'll just take another inhale now. And again. One more time. Okay. I've got my colours here. I'll show you in a minute. So I'll choose the 3 colours and then I'll write or draw anything that comes to mind. So anything that I'm channeling for those 3 groups. And then I'll shuffle the cards. As I'm doing all of this, see what group is calling you. So which colour group. And again, if it's more than 1, that's okay. If it's all 3, that's okay as well. Yeah, so I'll let you see that now. Okay, so these are the colours. Right. I'll be using my pendulum today. So this is my moonstone pendulum to help me decide what three groups we have for today. Okay, so we've got the green group, that's the first one. Okay, so we don't have orange, I'll put that one back. Okay, we've got the yellow group. Okay, and red. I'm feeling to perhaps go through all of them just to see if there's more than 3 groups this week. we've got the black group. So that's the first week where we've got 4 groups so far. Yeah. Okay. So we have the green group, we have the yellow group, we have the red group, and we have the black group. So I'm going to write the spirit messages or spirit drawings for each group, and then we'll shuffle the cards. Okay. Okay, so that was the green group. We'll come back to this later. Moving on to the yellow now. That's the yellow group. Okay, put that one here. The red group. So that's the green group, this one. Okay. Okay, thank you for waiting. So I've got all 4 groups now and their messages or drawings. So I'll let you see them and then again feel which one is resonating for you. So green group, is that one calling you? Is that your favorite color perhaps? Or maybe it's not. I'm hearing that for those watching today, whenever you watch this, that whichever color you choose might not be your favorite color. So try not to only choose the color that you like, because the group that's for you might be a color that you don't wear often, or that you perhaps don't like. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're choosing. Okay, can you see them? Green, yellow, red, and black. And one more time. And if it's more than one, that's okay. Which color is calling you? I'm hearing what color is your house, if that makes sense for any of you, or if that helps you decide. Perhaps your front door. What color is your house or your front door? That's for some of you. Okay, we're going to start off with the green group now. We'll come back to the rest in a moment. Okay. So this is for those who chose green. Okay, quite a few there, but they all dropped out, so I will keep them for you. All right, let's see what you have. Okay, so starting with the Moonology, we have full moon in Gemini, so the answers you need are coming. Can you see? And we have new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Balance and harmony is coming for you. Of the astrology deck, we have the Sun. So that's all about self-expression, embodying the truth. So that's similar to the affirmations in the beginning of this video. So I'll say them again. I choose to let go of what is not for me with confidence. And I choose to speak with clarity and truth. Self-expression, the throat chakra. Yep. And we have air. Open-mindedness, objectivity and learning. So air. Okay, we'll come back to this in a moment. Right. We have You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, so your unique qualities, embrace it. We have wait, so it's not time yet. We have Star Brothers, so all about protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Trusting that the universe has your back. And there's one more. We have Inner Earth, so you will survive this. There's new solutions and new beginnings coming for you. Beautiful picture. I love this card. It's green and blue, which makes sense for your color. Green, earth. Okay. Right, quite a few cards here. So, chameleon spirit. So being adaptable to change. Horse spirit, so freedom. You have freedom to express. Parrot spirit, watching your words. So there's a lot of communication with this group. Communication, be confident in communicating. Okay, we have brown bear spirit, so taking time out. Taking time out for yourself so you can see clearly. We have skunk spirit, knowing your worth. Knowing that you are, knowing and feeling and believing that you are worthy. Okay. And we have white, oh, there's two more. White raven spirit, so trust in the magic. Sixes, so 6, balance, Libra, trust. Oh yeah, and then chameleon. Okay. Right, green group, give me a moment while I channel your messages and then I'll go through them all. I'm hearing to say believe in yourself. Yep, believe in yourself. Okay. Read this one. Okay. Okay, green groups. So for this group, I'm thinking it could be a relationship query of yours for some of you. Relationship query. So the answers you need are coming. I feel like you're being called to spend time in nature. And yeah, nature physically, but also your inner nature. So take time to meditate because you might have been, I feel like you have a lot of questions around your relationship or future relationship. Take some time to meditate because the answers that you need are within you. You know the answers, even if you think you don't know them. I hope that's making sense. Basically, I feel you need to meditate more so that the universe can give you the answers that you've been waiting for. Yeah, definitely. So spend time with your inner earth. Take the time out. So pretend as if you're a bear, spending time in nature. Wander around physically or, internally. Yeah, take some time to know yourself a bit better, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know what you really want and what you don't want anymore. Patterns and cycles, take some time to notice them. Yeah, patterns and cycles within yourself, notice them, but definitely know your strengths. That's what's coming through. Know your strengths and what you deserve. So your boundaries, what will you tolerate, what won't you tolerate? But yeah, either way, take some time to know your inner world, your inner earth more. And in doing that, you will be peaceful. Look at this card, it's very beautiful. So you will be peaceful, you'll be calm, and the universe can then give you the messages that you've been waiting for. Yeah. And all of these colors are blue, so blue is communication and peace. So you will feel peaceful by meditating and knowing yourself a bit better. Yeah, and communication. You will be receiving communication in your environment, perhaps. But either way, the universe will be communicating with you. Yeah, to give you the answers that you have been asking. So, a new romantic cycle begins. If you are in a relationship already, this could still be for you if you chose this group. It can just mean a new cycle within your relationship. Yeah. Confirmation. So, let me see. For those of you who are not in a relationship yet and you're thinking or you're asking, when will this happen, and you're wondering about that, this particular message right now is for you. Trust. Trust that the universe will bring this person for you at the right time. Definitely. So trust the magic. Balance is coming. The sixes, balance and harmony. It is coming for you. Just be patient. And that's confirmed with this card. Wait. Very straightforward. So it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So perhaps your future partner, they might be going through something right now within themselves that they need time to heal from before they're ready to be brought to you. So continue being patient. Trust that the universe will bring this together at the right time. So even if you feel like it's the right time, it might not be the right time for your future partner. And then you're not for everyone. So embrace your uniqueness. Similar to what I said a moment ago, take this time to know yourself better. Definitely know your strengths. That keeps coming up. Know your strengths. Yeah, so you might be an individual who feels as if you don't have any strengths, but that's of course not true. You do. So take the time to figure them out, realize them, maybe ask your close friends and family. But I am feeling that you need to know this yourself. So again, taking time to meditate, relax, hear what messages come to you, and you will know your strengths. Yeah. Okay. But either way, trust the universe. It will happen at the right time. Continue waiting. And you're not for everyone. So for some of you, if you feel in a rush to find your person, it might not happen that way. Yeah, it might not happen that way. And just trust and feel comfortable with the knowledge that you're not for everybody and not everyone is for you. So whoever is for you will come to you at the right time. So try not to rush is what I'm hearing to tell you. Try not to rush. Yeah. Some of you might have been going on lots of dates, I'm hearing. Lots of dates. I feel for most of you, the message is to maybe slow that down a little bit so that you can have the time to know your strengths and feel peace and harmony within yourself first. When you do that, that will make it a bit easier for the right person to come towards you. Either way, just focus on yourself for the meantime and trust that the universe is watching over all of this and it will happen at the right time. But yeah, embrace who you really are. Embrace all your unique personality kind of quirks. Embrace all of that. And some people might see you as weird. Some people might, like, you might be quite different to others I'm hearing or seeing. That's a great thing. No one wants to be the same as everybody else. You're supposed to be different. Embrace that. That's the message. Embrace all of your colors. Embrace your rainbow. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, and with that, we have the sun. So all about self-expression. Express and be confident in expressing who you are. All the things you like. You might have, I'm feeling like this group, you have a different style. That's what I'm hearing. You have a different sense of style to your friends or to those who you're around. Work colleagues perhaps, but you are different. Embrace that. Yeah. Embody some of this sun energy. So of course the sun is there. The sun is bright. The sun is confident. And self-expressive, definitely, and beautiful. So embrace yourself. You are beautiful. You are worthy. You are unique. You are definitely different. I do feel that. You are different. Embrace that. And know that freedom is yours. You have freedom to do anything, to go anywhere. Yeah, and you have the freedom to express yourself. I think that's the message with these two cards. So you might have been wanting to express who you really are and what your style is, but you might have felt the need to hide that based on others around you. The message here for you is not to do that anymore. Feel confident in expressing all your colors. You have the freedom to express. Ooh, okay. Yeah, this is confirmation. Knowing your worth, you are worthy. 54, if that means anything to some of you, I feel called to say that number. 54, 5 and 4, that's 9. Bingo, that just came to mind. Okay. Fresh air. So this is the air card here. Fresh air might be useful to some of you. Just a walk, some of you. A walk would be useful. Just getting some fresh air, going for a walk. And in doing that, you might get some messages from the universe. Yeah. Whilst you're doing all of this, so whilst you are taking the time out to know your strengths and embrace yourself, be careful of the words that you're saying to yourself and others. I think it's mainly to yourself. Yeah, so if you've been saying any negative self-talk, whether you mean to or not, try to become a bit more aware of that. So you will do when you practice your meditations and mindfulness. Just being aware of what thoughts are coming to mind and what you're saying to yourself. Just little comments. Yeah, little comments that you say out of habit. Become aware of that and then maybe change it if you feel the need to. But yeah, this is the message for you, to watch your words. Your words are very powerful. People are listening. That's what I feel called to say. People are listening around you. If some of you have children, then of course they're definitely listening. Yeah. And this is 45. I feel drawn to these numbers for you. 4 and 5. Again, that's a 9. 9 is all about completion, so reaching the end of a spiritual cycle, which makes sense because the other card, let me see. Nope. Oh, I thought that was going to drop. Okay. So a new romantic cycle is beginning. And then I'm drawn to 9, so that makes sense. Something is ending so that something can begin for you. Yeah. So your new relationship is waiting to come forth at the right time. But in the meantime, meditate, express yourself, be comfortable and confident in doing so, and just be careful of your words. The words you're saying to you, yeah, the words that you're saying to yourself. Because people are listening, yeah. Positive affirmations, say them to yourself in your head but also out loud. Be very intentional about what you say. Yeah, I feel that's very important for this group. Be very intentional about what you say. Yeah. If others around you are speaking quite negatively about themselves, sometimes, not always, but sometimes that's a reflection of what you're doing to yourself as well. So be aware of that also. Again, sometimes. Yeah. Either way, just speak more positively to yourself. Out loud. Out loud, like a parrot. Repeat it. You know how parrots often repeat words? I'm feeling to say that to you. Repeat positive words and phrases. Yeah, repeat it. Right, 2 more for you. I know that's a lot of cards, so I feel drawn to read the books for these 2. Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with this one. This is Chameleon Spirit. Okay. Okay. So chameleon spirit, acting as if. Chameleon spirit shares her gift with you today to prepare you for changes that will greatly benefit you. Outer conditions are changing and you are required to come into harmony with them so you can co-create your greatest dream. Yeah. Yeah, I feel to stop there. So I'll read that again. Okay. Chameleon spirit shares her gift with... I'm sorry. Okay. Chameleon spirit shares her gift with you today to prepare you for changes that will greatly benefit you. Outer conditions are changing and you are required to come into harmony with them so you can co-create your greatest dream. That's perfect. So outer conditions are changing, meaning this new relationship is waiting to come forward at the right time. You're required to come into harmony within yourself. So everything we've said, that will bring you harmony and peace. Yeah, that's confirmation, this one. Very lovely card. Okay, I also feel drawn to read this one. So this is Star Brothers, so protection, loyalty, safety and trust. Okay, let me find it. Oh, that was quick. Okay. Let's see. Okay. You are more protected than you can imagine. It's safe to open the back of your heart. You're being called to be open to receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestral patterning, current life traumas and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. We have learned that we need to go at life alone, that it's not safe to let our guard down and our heart open, that the world isn't a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience of life on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to the universe, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors and supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs, and to learn to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. And the question here for you to contemplate is, how can you open yourself up to receiving more support? I hope that resonated for some of you. If not, that's okay. So, I'll read your messages now. Okay. So, we've got green, 333. I feel like some of you might have been seeing those numbers. Yeah, and 333, of course, adds up to a 9, like I mentioned before. Yeah, so we've got green, we've got 3 3s. Patterns, that's what's coming through. So similar to what I said about how you need to repeat positive words to yourself. 3 3 3, that's a pattern, that's repetition, so that's confirmation. We've got trying not to be mean to yourself, so that's perfect. And sweet lemongrass, if that resonates for you, then okay. But as I was channeling that, I was drawn to the essential oil or the fragrance of sweet lemongrass. Lovely scent, very lemony, uplifting, very lovely. So if some of you have that, that would be great. Maybe smell it a bit more. Keep it in your bedroom or your kitchen, I'm hearing. Bedroom or kitchen. Have that scent in those areas. And of course we have earth. Earth is all about persistence and patience. Yeah, earth is very patient. So of course when something's growing, so when a new beginning, a new cycle is coming, you have to be patient. Let it grow patiently. Okay, I'll give you a summary and I'll move on to the next group. So, green group, you're being called to take some time out to meditate so you can know yourself a bit better. Know your strengths. That's the main message. Know your strengths. Know your strengths. In doing that, the universe will be giving you answers to the questions that you've been asking. And of course, those answers can come in many forms. You might overhear something at the perfect time. You might have dreams. Or you might just feel it and know it within yourself. I feel like it's mainly that way. The universe will be giving you feelings. Yeah, if that makes sense. They'll be giving you your answers through your intuition. So meditate. A new cycle romantically is coming for you. Again, if you're in a relationship, that could mean a new cycle within your relationship. And if you're not, then a new relationship altogether might be coming forward to you. Try to be patient with that. Try not to force it. Continue waiting. But whilst you're waiting, make sure to embrace all your colours. Embrace all of it. And know that you have the freedom to do so. So remember, having the freedom to express yourself like the sun. Say positive affirmations to yourself. You don't know who's listening around you. I'm hearing children, so again, if some of you have children, of course they're listening to everything you're saying and doing. So be a positive role model, as I'm sure you are, but with your words as well, because they're picking up on all the little things that you're saying that you might not realize. So say positive words and repeat them. Repeat them For those of you in this group who do have children, repeat those positive affirmations to them as well, I'm hearing, for some of you. Okay, know that the universe is working with you throughout this process. The universe is on your side, so trust that you are protected. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. And sweet lemongrass. I'm hearing song, so if there's a song called that, that resonates with you in some way, perhaps it will be useful for you to listen to that. But yeah, sweet lemongrass, the scent or maybe the song. Okay. So that was you, green group. I'll move on to the next one now. Okay, so the next group is yellow. I'll let you see them. Okay, yellow group, I've got your cards, so let's go through them. Starting with the astrology, we have Capricorn, so that's all about ambition and career. So this could be a career topic. We've got Aries, that's about bravery, forward action, independence. Aries, some of you might be in Aries, in your sun sign. Cancer, so nurture, comfort, protection, water, emotions. I feel like some of you are Aries and some of you are Cancer in this group. Yeah. Okay. The Moonology cards, we have emotions are running high, so that makes sense. If you're a Cancer, you're very intuitive and have a lot of emotions. Definitely. And we've got hold your vision. Hold your vision. Okay. Of the original tarot deck, I don't know if I just turned that upside down or not. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Right, we've got Four of Swords, so that's all about rest and reflection. We've got Knight of Swords, okay. And we've got Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. And of the Animal Oracle deck, we have Rhino Spirit, so overcoming obstacles. And we have the Deer Spirit, so bringing a gentle touch. Again, a very Cancer type of energy, very sweet, loving, homely, motherly. Okay, give me a moment while I channel your messages. And again, this is the yellow group. Okay. straight away, new changes are coming in your career, I'm hearing. So new changes are coming in your career. Or you might have been wanting that change. And if so, keep that vision in mind. Keep that vision in mind. It will be happening soon for some of you. You're being called to stay consistent. Stay consistent, methodological, and stay structured. If for some of you, your new career or whatever you've been wanting to manifest, so the change in your career, stay persistent, stay structured. If it requires you to wake up at an earlier time or at a specific time so that you can get more done, do so. So if you need to wake up earlier or go to bed earlier or something with time, so if you need to adjust your time in any way so that you can make this happen, so this new change of career, do it. Yeah. And if you need to rest a little bit to think about how to do that, then do so. But definitely stay structured, stay consistent and persistent. Yeah, consistent. Stay consistent with this plan. So you might need to take a bit of time to meditate or just think, plan how to do this. And then once you've made that plan, stick to it. Definitely stick to it. Yeah, a change is coming. This new change will of course require you to be very brave. Yeah, this will require you to be brave. Okay, so we've got all these cards link. So Aries, which again is a very forward, brave spirit. Knight of Swords, and again, even just from the picture alone, it's very, well, it makes sense with Aries of being very forward and ready and charging for it. And then of course, a Rhino, same thing, overcoming obstacles. Of course, when there is a career change or any change, there will be some obstacles. Know that you have the power to overcome that. Definitely. You have the power to overcome those obstacles. Yeah. So for some of you, I feel like you're being called to have some of this Aries energy. Yeah. And if you're an Aries, then use that. Use your Aries nature to your advantage. And if you're not an Aries, I feel like you're being called to have some of this energy with regards to your career. This career change. Or an addition. I'm hearing an addition. So if some of you are in a career already, you might be wanting to have another career. Or yeah, another career or another avenue. An addition of some sort, career-wise. Go for it. You can overcome obstacles. Yeah, okay. And keep the vision in mind. Now, I feel like for some of you in this group, so kind of the other half, I feel like there's two kind of groups within this group. So that was for the first one. For this second group, so the kind of Cancer energy that you have, you're a very sweet person, you're lovely, you are very intuitive and emotional. You are emotional, that's okay, that's lovely. I feel like these describe you. So very sweet, very nurturing, very motherly, very motherly. I'm hearing sweet little girl. So however that resonates for you, maybe you are a sweet little girl inside, or you might have a daughter. Either way, I'm hearing sweet little girl. So however that resonates for you. So with this, we have Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel like for these people within this group, I feel like you feel as if you can't be the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Or that there's a delay. Yeah. I feel like with these people, so very sweet, very nurturing, motherly type of person that you are, you might be a bit upset at the fact that there's a delay in this extra career avenue that you want to manifest. Yeah, there's a delay of some sort. Just give me a moment while I channel any other messages for you. Okay. Use your intuition to turn this back upright. Because we've got the supermoon here, Cancer, emotions are running high. All that means is that you are very intuitive right now. So what you are feeling is true. And you know that. So whatever you're feeling, whatever thoughts are coming to mind, trust that it's true. So with regards to this extra career or this extra career of yours or money-making idea that you have, yeah, I don't feel it's just another money-making idea for you. I feel like it's another career, something you really want to put your whole energy into and for it to be prosperous in the long term. But either way, whatever you're feeling, trust it, trust that it's true, so that this can happen, so that you can be in your Queen of Wands energy, which is all about success, career. So the wand is, of course, well, in this case, I feel this represents your career. You are established, you are queen, you know what you want, you are intuitive, psychic perhaps. Just continue trusting what you feel. So in terms of what those next steps are, in terms of, what next steps you need to follow, just listen to your intuition. It's all there. It's all there. And then this will happen for you. But at the moment, there might be a bit of a delay. Don't worry. Trust your feelings and it will happen. Okay. I'll read your list now. Yellow group. Okay. I'll show you. So we've got the sun. I channeled a letter and a number for this group. So, okay, I'll read it. So the letter is H, 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 whatever that means for you. That could be the beginning or end of your name, or it could just help you in some way. But either way, the letter H, and then the number is 7. So H and 7. Okay, so we've got be it, don't think it, try to feel it. That makes sense. As I said, listen to your intuition, feel it. So feel what feels right in terms of the next steps to take, feel it. So I'll read that out again, that's perfect. So be it, don't think it, so try not to overthink too much, try to feel it. And then we've got calligraphy and painting. So that might be the extra kind of career that you want to go into. You might want to start your own business in calligraphy and painting. Very artistic, again, very Cancer-y, which is very watery. So anything watery is emotions, it's artistic, it's creative, so that makes sense. So one more time, the letter H, number 7, be it, don't think it, try to feel it, and then we've got calligraphy and painting. Okay, that was you, yellow group. So again, I do feel like there's 2 different groups of you within this group of yellow. So one of you is quite fiery and has that Aries type of brave energy. Use that a bit more. Use that a bit more. Be brave in achieving your goal career-wise. And then there's that other group that's very nurturing, very Cancer-y and artistic. listen and feel your feelings. So feel your intuition, feel what feels right, and you will have that Queen of Wands energy, meaning you will be successful in your extra business, which will be artistic and creative, and it will make you very happy. And for both of you, for both of those groups within this group, be structured in how you do this. So however you, be structured in how you do this. So once you've made your plans, stick to it and it will be successful. And know that you can overcome any obstacle. Right, that was you, yellow group. Right. Moving on now to the red group. Okay. Red group, I just feel to ask how are you today. So if you are in the red group, comment below with how you're doing today. I feel like I need to ask you that. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What's been going on? If you feel comfortable to say, no pressure. Let me tidy this up a little bit. Right. These. Okay. Quite a few. Right, we'll start off with the Moonology cards. So, we have faith in your dreams. Once again, if you've chosen more than one group, that's okay. Okay, and we have full moon in Leo, so don't let pride get in your way. We'll come back to all of this in a moment. So having faith in your dreams and Leo spirit, Leo type of energy. We have, house 5, which is a Leo type of energy as well, so that's confirmation. So this is all about passion, play, creativity and confidence. Okay. And we've got Pluto, which is all about transformation. Pluto, transformation. Okay. We have perspective, so zooming out so that you can see the whole picture. Changing your perspective perhaps. The golden children, so your inner child, innocence, rare gifts that you have. Okay. And we've got fall into my arms, surrendering. Can you see the image here? Hope you can see. Okay. Alright, quite a few animal cards for you. So, Otter Spirit, you are never alone. Beautiful card. Number 42, if that means anything to you. 42. Dog Spirit, so being loyal to what you love. Loyalty and trust. Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. Number 1. Number 1. Koi, fish spirit, there is always enough for you in the sea. There's always enough for you and for others. And we have bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. Okay. Right, we have the devil spirit. So that just means, don't be scared, that just means material constraints or material wants and needs. I'll come back to this. We've got the magician. We have 6 of Wands, so that's all about victory, success, overcoming troubles. We have the sun, very beautiful, lovely, lovely. Eight of Cups and 2 of Swords. Quite a lot of cards here, but don't worry, we'll go through them. Okay, give me a moment while I channel your messages and move the cards about. Okay, I feel called to read the notes for this one first before I go through all the cards. So we have stop, we've got the number 1, it is what it is, don't fight, surrender. Okay, keep that here for you to see. Okay, I'll leave it there. Right. I feel like there's many messages for you, so for some of you in this group, it could relate to career, it could relate to relationships, it could relate to a personal issue, family, or all of the above. So, this might not be in a particular order. I'm just going to say all the messages that I'm feeling to say for you. Right, use the sun in your manifestations. So use the sun for your manifestations. So whatever you're trying to manifest, use the sun in some way. Use the sun's energy. Yeah, so however that means to you, use the sun. If some of you work with crystals, of course the sun helps to energize and activate those crystals, so that might be useful to some of you. Using the sun to help with your manifestations, definitely. Okay, so that's a message for you. Another message for you now. Again, this can relate to the same issue or a different area of life for you. But either way, here's another message for you. You're being called to surrender, which is perfect. That's what I channeled for you as I was writing this. That says surrender. Don't fight. So there might have been something you were fixed on, an idea of yours. Yeah, an idea that you had. I feel like you were holding on to it very strongly. You're being called to just relax, let it go, surrender it. Try not to hold on to it. That often gives rise to anxiety when we're holding on too much to something. Yeah, so you're just being called to loosen the grip a little bit. Fall into my arms. That's the card that you got, and the first word here is surrender. So that's confirmation. Just look at that card a bit more. I hope you can see it clearly. Yeah, two people in the water, a motherly figure, and then someone in her arms. That represents you. Allow the universe to take care of you. So whatever this issue is of yours, or whatever the idea was that you was clinging on to, give that to the universe. It will happen if it is meant to happen, and if it's not meant to happen, then it won't. But yeah, surrender, let it go, breathe out. Breathe it out. Yeah. Perspective. So you're being called to change your perspective. So whatever idea this was that you was holding on to, you of course thought, that this is the way it should be or how it should go. Change your perspective. So if there's other people involved in this idea, try and see it from their perspective. Yeah, try and see it from their perspective or just a different perspective altogether. Zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. Yeah, zoom out a bit more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever this idea was that you were clinging on to, I feel like you were clinging on to the outcome of the idea, so you wanting something to happen, if that makes sense. But either way, whatever you were clinging on to, I feel like it would have had an effect on other people. Yeah, this would have had an effect on others. You might not know these people, or they could be in your family, but either way, whatever the idea was, it would have affected others around you in a positive way or maybe not, but either way, just surrender the idea. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Similar to what I wrote here, it is what it is. Have that kind of mentality with regards to this issue. Don't fight it. Don't fight for it to happen. Surrender. Breathe it out. It is what it is. So that's another message for you. Okay. So another message now for you, Red Group. I do feel that this one is career-wise or something you're doing. So your job, how you're making money, perhaps. Yeah, how you're making money, whatever that is. Right, these three. So however you make money, so whatever your career or whatever your job is, I feel that you feel restricted in some way. If you just take a look at this card here. So you see the bondage, you feel tied down to it, you feel that you can't escape it. Hierarchy, I'm hearing, hierarchy. For example, like that's the boss, that's the manager, that's what I'm seeing for you. So yeah, I feel like some of you feel restricted in your career or your job. Do know that a transformation is coming for you. Transformation is coming. Of course, everything happens for a reason. So the feelings that you're feeling in this job, so the feeling of restriction, try and meditate on that. Contemplate those feelings. Feel those feelings, if that makes sense. I feel like there's a lesson. There's a lesson that you need to learn at work that's not related to the work that you're doing, if that makes sense. Okay, let me give an example. Okay, let's say your job is in admin and you feel very restricted by that. You might not like your boss for whatever reason. I feel that there's a lesson for you to learn in that environment. So maybe a lesson of standing up for yourself, or maybe just there's a lesson. I feel like it will be different, of course, for many of you. But there is a lesson for you to learn that will help you transform. Yeah, I feel like you won't be able to get out of this until you learn that lesson. But whatever the lesson is, it will help you to grow. It will help you to evolve. Yeah. So in this picture here, you see the skull. That represents your job. So do the hard work of realizing what lesson you need to learn to grow, and then you will grow. You'll become that butterfly. But if not, you will remain in this type of energy, stuck. Yeah. And once, okay, let me give a summary. Okay. So career-wise, or how you make money, for some of you, I feel like you feel restricted. You might not like your boss in some way. Yeah, you might not get on with them very well, or you just feel too controlled by them. Of course, a manager, controls the situation, but I feel like you really feel controlled by them. There's a lesson at work for you to learn. That's what I keep hearing for you. There's a lesson for you to learn at work that's not related to the job itself. So an inner lesson, a personal lesson that will help you evolve as a beautiful butterfly. So yeah, whether that's learning to stand up for yourself a little bit more. Again, the affirmation that we said in the beginning, I choose to speak with clarity and truth. Maybe you need to put some boundaries in place of some sort, but either way, there's a lesson for you to learn at work. The people around you at work, yeah, there's a lesson there for you. That's what I'm hearing. There's a lesson for you at work with the people that surround you. Yeah, so your colleagues, your friends, your colleagues and your boss, there's something to learn personally. You don't have to talk about this with them. Of course, it's personal, but just maybe after work, or yeah, once you're at home and settled after work, take a moment to reflect on your day at work. What made you angry? That's what I'm hearing. What made you angry at work today? Why did it make you angry? How did you feel about it? What did it remind you of? How did you deal with it? Did you like the way you dealt with it? Yeah, that would be very useful. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm hearing, or for as long as you want, but I'm hearing 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, after work, once you're home and settled. Find a quiet place if possible, or maybe on the way back from work if you stop for a coffee or something. But either way, after work for the next 2 weeks, take some time to reflect on how the day went. So who did you speak to that day? What did they say to you? What did you say to them? How did it make you feel? Yeah, ask yourself those type of questions, and in doing that for the next 2 weeks, I feel like you would have learned a lesson there. Yeah, you would have learned something about yourself that will help you to transform. Once you do that, over time, I feel like you would feel victorious. This would be you. Yeah. So no more of this energy. You would have learned the lesson. You would have transformed into this. This is you leaving. That's what I'm hearing. This is you leaving. Yeah. You've accomplished, you've accomplished your mission of learning that lesson, and you're able to leave now. You no longer feel stuck or restricted. Okay, there's some more messages for you, red group. Give me a moment. Okay, so this next message for you, red group, is related to a dream of yours. So whatever dream that's coming to mind now as I'm talking, it's that one. So with this dream of yours, again, it could be career related, or you might have been wanting to start a hobby, but I won't give too many examples because I feel like you know what it is and I don't want to confuse you. So a dream of yours that you've been wanting to manifest. I do feel it's a creative type of dream though. Yeah, we have House 5 and Leo. So House 5 and Leo energy is very creative, it's playful, children. Yeah, children, hearing that. So whatever this dream is, whatever this dream is of yours, you need to collaborate with someone in order for this to happen. I'm hearing, yeah, you need to collaborate with somebody, at least one other person, for this to happen. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it is one person. Got the number 1 here and the number 1 here. Yeah. So like this card said, don't let pride get in your way. So you might have been thinking that you can do this on your own. And that might be true, but I feel it will be more successful if you collaborate with this one other person. You might not know this person yet, or you might know this person. You might have even had conversations with this other person in making this happen, and there might have been some form of disagreement, and then you've kind of left them, you've kind of said, forget them, you'll do this by yourself. Don't let pride get in your way. If you know that they are the right person for this collaboration, then reach out to them so that it can happen, because it is a dream of yours. Do collaborate. Yeah, I feel like you are seeing different ends. So with this ant, it's looking this way and this one's looking that way. I feel like you two are seeing things differently. That can be a good thing. yeah, you wouldn't want to work with somebody who sees things exactly the way you do when you're trying to manifest something. You need that other perspective. You need, yeah, that other perspective to bring that other piece to the puzzle that you couldn't see so that it can happen. Yep. Yeah. Same message. Have faith in this dream of yours. Yeah, because I feel like it's a dream of yours. Yeah, it's a dream of yours, something that you want to happen. Have faith, it will happen at the right time, with the right person, and be loyal to it. So, yeah, be loyal to this dream of yours. Do some of you have a dog? I'm hearing. Some of you might have a dog. That's just an extra message there. But either way, be loyal to your dream. Of course, when we're going for something different and new, it can be a bit scary. We don't know how it's going to go. You're being called to have faith. Similar to that other message, have faith. Trust the universe that it will happen at the right time with the right person, but just have faith. Two of swords here, but 2 is about collaboration, partnership. Yeah. If you've tried this before and it didn't work, you're being called to try again. So you might have collaborated with this person in the past with this particular type of project, and maybe it didn't work. There might have been arguments. You're being called to try again. Yeah, try again. Change your perspective. So know that that other person is valuable. Yeah, make it work. That's what I'm hearing. And know that life is a mystery. So sometimes we don't know why things happen, but it happens for a reason. And it will be successful, this dream of yours, at the right time. Yeah. 2 more messages or 2 more cards for you. Yeah, I feel like this message is, we're still talking about the same thing here, your dream. There's always enough. So whatever dream this is of yours, it could be in a field that's oversaturated. So there might be many other people doing this, and there's not enough attention to go towards what you're doing, but there is enough. There is enough attention for what you're doing or for what you're trying to manifest. 36, 6 and 3, 9, completion. Completion. It will happen. Yeah, it will happen. You are never alone. Yeah. Again, I feel like this is you and this other person. Yeah, both of you working together to make this work. Both of you will see this dream of yours manifest at the right time. Yeah. And side note, know that the universe is with you as well. So this is also you and the universe. You are never alone. The universe has you. Similar to the other card of that mother figure holding you, that's the universe holding you, knowing that, yeah, comforting you, allowing you to know that everything will be okay. Oh, we've got one more. Almost forgot that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 of Cups. So 8 is abundance and success. Cups is emotional fulfillment. So you will be emotionally fulfilled. This will be successful for you. Again, you do need this other person. I'm seeing you might have tried to go about it alone. But yeah, you do need this other person. And again, with the messages, so stop, see things from a different perspective. It is what it is, surrender, and don't fight it. Just let it happen. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And if it's not, then it's not. With that first message that I said about, what was it? About something you're holding on to. Yeah. Try not to hold on to that too much. Just surrender. It is what it is. Okay. That was quite a lot, red group. If you need to hear any of that again, of course, go back in the video to hear it. But yeah, those are your messages. One more. So this is the black group now. Okay. I feel drawn to show this to you. This is the black group. So this is my crystal. It's pyrite, P-Y-R-I-T-E, pyrite. It's a lovely crystal for abundance, success, money. I just feel drawn to show that to you. So that's what it is. It's a kind of grey, silver, goldy colour. Some of you might have pyrite crystal. You might have it in your jewellery, I'm hearing. Okay. Right, I'll let you see. So this is the black group. Black group, I feel like you need to lie down a little bit. You might be tired today when you're watching this. Okay. Okay, so these are your cards, black group. Right, let's see them. So, starting with the Moonology, we have be bold and make the first move. Being bold. We've got Aries, it's time to take action. Okay. What do you need to release? You and your loved ones are safe. of the astrology deck, we have House 8. So that's all about transformation, facing your fears, leaving legacies, rebirth as well. Yeah. House 8 is Scorpio type of energy. So yeah, rebirth. We've got the moon, so very nurturing, Cancer type of energy, loving, motherly, intuitive, psychic, emotional, water. And we have Aquarius, so all about being original, being yourself. Of the animal oracle deck, we have, okay, that's perfect. So I accidentally held this upside down, but I'm sure that was on purpose because it's a bat. So, bat spirit, a rebirth is assured. Rebirth. Okay. Badger spirit, so being fearless and bold. Okay, so this message is quite clear so far. And we have wolf spirit, turning knowledge into wisdom. Teaching, I'm hearing some of you teaching. Some of you might be teachers, or some of you might need to teach, or some of you are teaching in some way, not necessarily in a school, but just teaching in general, teaching others you meet. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, teaching others that you meet. Yeah, I'll stay with this card for a minute and channeling some messages for you. So yeah, some of you are teachers. You teach people in some way. The universe brings students to you and you teach them. Yeah, the universe brings students to you for you to teach them. Now, this doesn't mean you have to become a teacher with qualifications and all of that. It could just mean that you're a teacher of life, you're a wise person, and you might find that you come across a lot of people who benefit from your wisdom. That's what I mean. Yeah, many people around you benefit from your type of wisdom. Yeah, and enjoy talking to you. Okay, so here, oh yeah, we've got 6 of Cups straight away, just from the image. So as I just said about people liking to talk to you, people wanting to talk to you, liking your wisdom that you share, that's confirmation. Yeah, so this represents you sharing your wisdom with others. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if those who you're talking with are older than you or younger than you. So even if they're older than you, there's still wisdom that you can share with them. Yeah, many wisdoms I'm hearing. There's many things that you say, or many things that you can say that help others. So with this image, I'm seeing that these cups, which have flowers in them, these flowers represent your gifts. They represent your knowledge, your wisdom, things that you have to share. Yeah, and you have many of them, and people benefit a lot from your gifts, from what you have to share, from your wisdom. We've got the Empress. The Empress is a motherly type of figure. We had the moon here, so that makes sense. You're intuitive. You might be a bit psychic. Either way, you're very intuitive and sensitive to other people's needs. Yeah, that's confirmation. Oh, And we have Queen of Cups, definitely. Again, Cups is emotional, intuitive, and you're the Queen of Cups energy, so that's perfect. And we have Two of Cups, a lot of cups here. So Cups is all about emotions, emotional fulfillment. So we have Two of Cups, so that's about union and partnership. Yeah, lovely. Okay. Give me a moment while I channel any other messages for you. Okay. Okay. So this is the black group. I'll give you your messages. I think there's about 3 messages so far. So, and again, when I say that, 3 messages, so that means it can relate to any area of your life. So this whole reading for the black group might not be all related to career or all related to relationships. Some messages might be for different areas of your life. Okay. So, first message for you, the black group. Yeah, let me show you. So if you just see these messages, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but we've got Aries, it's time to take action. Be bold, make the first move. Ooh, and then Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. So that message is very clear. So for this group, I feel like you're very intuitive as well. So whatever issue is coming to mind right now, this is relating to that issue. So if you've been wondering what to do about it or how to go about it, be fearless and bold. Go for it. That's the message for you. Be fearless, be that warrior that you are, and go for it, whatever that is. I feel like it could be different for many of you in this group, but whatever issue or whatever questions you've been having about something, be fearless, be bold, make the first move, even if possible. But yeah, go for it. That's message number 1. Sorry. In addition to being bold and making the first move, be yourself. Aquarius energy is very unique and original. So whilst you're having that warrior spirit and going for it, do it uniquely. Do it in your own way. Definitely. Do it in your own way. That's message number 1. Message number 2. Again, you are very intuitive. People look up to you like a mother figure. Yeah, people look up to you like a mother figure, I'm hearing quite strongly. You're very in tune with your emotions. People come to you for advice, and you have a lot of advice to give. Yeah. You also know a lot, I'm hearing. That can be from life experiences, or maybe you went to school or university, but either way, you know a lot and you have a lot to share with others. A lot. Yeah, I feel encouragement with that. So the universe is encouraging you to continue sharing what you know. Yeah, because it will benefit others a lot. People, I feel, or I'm seeing people queuing up. So in this picture, there's one person here, but I'm seeing like there's lots of people queuing up to meet you, to meet and greet you. Yeah. You're a lovely person, very lovely spirit, with a lot to share. That's what I'm seeing. Again, we had the Empress energy and we had Queen of Cups. So you're a lovely lady, very nurturing, very giving. Yeah, you have this type of energy. Just look at the pictures. So you're on your throne. You're very loving, nurturing. Yeah, you're okay. You're safe as well. If you've been fearful, that leads me on to the other message, but if you've been fearful about your safety with regards to security, you're safe. Again, Cancer spirit, but the message, you and your loved ones are safe. Mainly you is what's coming from this message. So don't be scared. You are safe. People are coming to you for advice, and if not right now, they're coming. Look to the moon sometimes, or you might do that already. Just look to the moon at night time. Yeah, that will help you spiritually. With the Two of Cups, I feel like a union of some sort is coming. That could mean relationship-wise, but a partnership of some sort emotionally is coming for you. I'm hearing pet, so some of you might have a pet, or some of you might be getting a pet or wanting a pet. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this represents different things for different people in this group. So a union, an emotional kind of partnership is coming for you soon. That could be a pet, it could be a person, it could be a friendship. I'm feeling more friendship and pet with this rather than a romantic relationship, but it can be for some of you. But either way, a union of some sort is coming for you. For some of you, I'm seeing whilst you're helping others in this very giving way, you might come across a partner, a future partner. Or if you are in a relationship already, you're helping your partner a lot. And I do feel drawn to hold it this way rather than like this. So to hold it like this, you're helping your partner to fill their cup as well. Your cup is already filled, but you're helping to fill your partner's cup. That's what I'm hearing for you. Lovely. I do feel that you're a bit fearful about something, like I mentioned a minute ago. You might be nervous about your security, maybe finances or something security-wise. Know that you're safe and you are secure. The universe is protecting you. Yeah, so with this card, what do you need to release? So something you need to surrender to as well. Yeah, something you need to give up to the moon. Surrender to the moon. A fear of yours. You might be fearing, or you might be nervous about transforming. So you might be nervous about change. Big change, that's what I'm hearing. Big change might be coming for you and you might be nervous about that. This big change could be within yourself. Yeah, we've got house 8 here, that's all about rebirth. Both of these talk about rebirth. So the universe is working with you. You will be changing. You will be evolving and growing. Don't be scared of it. Don't be scared. It's all a transformation. Just see yourself as growing brighter, like a brighter butterfly. And if some of you have been seeing butterflies recently, more often than not, that's extra confirmation for you. Yeah, you are transforming. You're coming out of your shell more and more every day. It's beautiful. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to come out. Yeah, release that fear to the moon. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. So I'll read this now. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So we've got lots of stars. So that links to the moon, the sky, intuition. Right, we have family. You will be fine. So like the other card said, you will be fine. You and your family will be fine. Connection, ooh, spiritual union. I did feel that with this card. An emotional union or partnership of some sort is coming for you. Again, that could be you and your current partner, you and a future partner, or a pet or a friend, but with someone who you connect with spiritually and emotionally. So that's confirmation. Connection, same thing. You're connecting with that other person on a spiritual level. Bare feet. So have you been walking around bare feet recently? If not, I feel like you're being called to. That could be for your spiritual transformation of some sort. Being bare feet, feeling the ground. If some of you have a garden with grass and soil, walk on that sometimes. Yeah, I feel like that will be helpful. Connecting you with the earth through your feet. Yeah. And we've got hair. Yeah. So what is your connection like with your hair? Do you put things in your hair? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely growing spiritually. We had feet and hair. So feet is at the bottom of you and your hair is at the top of you. I have an image in mind of, say this is your feet and that's your hair. I've got an image of you expanding like this, quite vivid. So you're expanding, you're transforming. Yeah. And we've got country. Is there a country that's been calling you recently? A country you might have been to before or somewhere you wish to go? If so, you're being encouraged to go there at the right time when it can happen. But yeah, you're being called to go to that country. So for some of you, not all, but some of you have a country in mind already as I'm saying this. Again, you might have been there before, you might have family in that country, or you might wish to start your family in that country. Either way, whatever country is coming to mind, there's encouragement for you to go there or for you to connect with someone from there. Okay. So that was your messages, everybody. So there was 4 groups this week. We usually have 3. That's all right. Again, if more than one group made sense for you, that's okay. And if it was all 4, that's okay as well. So we had the green group, we had the yellow group, we had the red group, and we had the black group. Yeah. I'm feeling that a lot of you feel happy right now or uplifted. or at least, or most of you, I'm feeling that. So that's lovely. Again, if you need to hear any of these messages, just repeat it. I think that's it. So thank you everybody for listening to me speak. I shall be back next week. I think that's it. So thank you. I'll see you again. And leave a comment below with your group. Yeah, leave a comment below with what colour group was yours, or if anything resonated for you. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.